Wagwan Jamaica.
Wagwan.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.
And welcome everyone. Happy afternoon, Monday. How are you today?
Fine, and you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thank you. Oop. I'm going to change this. Okay, so let's see how many people. 39 people in the Zoom. Okay, that's good. Morning, big dog. Wagwan. Okay, so we had a look on the economic calendar this morning, and there's absolutely nothing, no event today. So today is heavily driven by news around Ukraine, around the possibility that Russia has been going to cut off from OPEC. You know, many bad news. It's good for gold, but if you look on the market, gold did reach 2002, and then since that it's melting. So this is exactly what I explained in the morning, that although I'm bullish on gold, there is still a lot of room to fill in the downside. So you see that we have from 1987 all the way to 1930, 1940. So it's not worth guessing the dip and the reversal. So I had 2 losing positions this morning. I'm going to watch price now, but I have my eyes on this level. Previous daily high, previous daily close, lines up with the weekly resistance, as well as a Fibonacci level of 50%. So this is the level where I'm looking for buys. Right now, if you see, price is moving a little bit sideways. We have a top, we have a bottom. Most likely it's going to break down a little bit to close out all the buyers and then move to the upside. So that is the current forecast I have for gold today. What is your opinion, people?
As for myself, I think it has to fill the gap, and also there are some levels that it should touch by the FIBO.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it still has to go down a bit to pump up later.
Yeah, I do agree. I had a bit of early buys in the morning, but the first forecast was that price would come down to touch the previous daily high and previous daily close and then move higher. Now, I think there's going to be a peace talk or some kind of talk between Ukraine and Russia around 12 p.m. I'm not sure if it's US time or what time, but I saw some news around. So definitely going to be interesting today. Remember, it's only Monday, so just observe the market. See how is it digesting the events and news that just hit the market over the weekend. And welcome Dream Eater. Stefan is here on YouTube as well. Oh, B, I missed you, Thomas. Thank you so much. At least someone's missing me and not Raul. Right, let's have a look on US 30. I think US 30, we had a buy position, or I had a buy position which hit stop loss. So it's a shitty Monday, but nothing lost. I'm fairly long-term bearish on US 30 for the reasons I explained in many of the previous live streams. Namely is that on Thursday we're going to have the CPI, and if the CPI is, you know, better than or greater than expected, i.e. there's inflation in the market, is going to be really, really bearish for the stock market, because the bottom line of the companies in the US indices, as US 30, NASDAQ, S&P 500, are going to increase. They have to pay higher wages, they're going to have higher input cost, so all the bottom lines are going to increase. On the other hand, the profitability is going to drop, because people are spending less money. So it's double whammy for the companies in the US stock market. Not to mention that oil is on the run. So if you look on oil, it reached 130, now it's consolidating, or actually pulling back to fill the gap which opened yesterday night. But if you look, as soon as it hits 150, that's going to be a real constraint on all the companies in the States. Now, if Russia is pulled out from OPEC, so they're not able to sell on the international markets any oil, that's going to be a problem. OPEC needs to refill that missing input from Russia. Question is, which countries are able to replenish the missing amount of oil if Russia is pulled out from the OPEC? Prashant asking, no positions in US 30, but oh, someone just placed a heavy lot. Was it Isaac? For US 30, I think if it, you know, depending on how well it's respecting this trend line, and also I would wait a little bit because we have news events coming to the market. You know, US is just waking up, so I'm pretty sure there will be some official communications from the government, US government, that how and what are they going to do around oil. Do you guys have any open positions on gold or US 30 or anything?
No, nothing.
Sam Simpson, in and out of profit. Well done. In a buy in gold as I didn't use a stop loss. Well, Asu, always use a stop loss. Always. So Khaled Alanzi said that Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, Iran could easily fill the oil demand, but do you think it will hit 150? It did once a long time ago. Well, from quite close sources this morning, we've been confirmed that Saudi Arabia won't be able to fill the missing output. They're not going to increase the output. Iran is under sanctions because of the nuclear talks. Kuwait and Iraq, I'm not sure. I think Iraq is under sanctions as well, but some politician could confirm this, or historian. So whatever happens, they need consistent increase of supply. But two countries is out of the question for now. Stefan Christie asking about Euro USD. Now, all the European countries are going to be in deep shizzle. So, if you look on the higher time frame, it already broke many resistance levels, and I think the euro is going to plummet for various reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that Europe has a huge exposure to Russia in terms of raw materials. So Russia is the, one of the biggest exporters to Europe in terms of gas. So 40% of Russia's gas export is consumed by the European Union, Italy, Germany, some peripheral countries as Bulgaria. And then we have wood, iron, nickel, and copper is also a huge export which is consumed and digested by the European Union. So if they cut off one of the biggest producers and the biggest exporter of raw materials, commodities from the market, the already elevated prices and the already struggling supply is going to be even worse. The demand is definitely out there as soon as the companies opened up after COVID, but the supply is a little bit tricky. And remember that if the US is cut off from, if the Russia is cut off from, selling commodities and exporting, etc., so nobody wants to do business with Russians, then the demand is still in there in China, but it's not in the European Union and not in the US.
On the subject of Euro, we've also got the ECB later on, I think Thursday, which, given the very dovish attitude to things, it's probably going to make it even worse for the Euro.
Yeah, I mean, they're not in the position to raise interest rate, and
no, they're not. And
inflation is inflation is high. Christian Lagarde actually is talking the truth. She's really, really honest and transparent, in my opinion. And if you look in the economic calendar, you see that the only meaningful day is going to be Wednesday for the oil traders, but I'm not trading oil. And for us, the main prime day of the week is going to be Thursday, because we have the US CPI and initial jobless claims, and this is going to make all the profit for the week, as usually does. So this is the most anticipated event for us, or for me, in the alpha community. Until that, just going to observe the market, and if there's any opportunity, going to open position, but only just limited risk. There's so much shizzle right now. And the question of the day: if we have 153 viewers and only 58 likes, how many likes are missing? Hey, Baptiste, welcome.
23?
69?
I thought it was 645.
Oh, we got up to 59. Can we smash 69?
It's more an auction that way. Give me
Anyone?
69, 79.
I take 69 any day of the year.
I'm hitting that dislike.
Oh, was it Michael? Who's hitting dislike? Where's the ban button? So Usman Ali on YouTube asking, sir, what is the trend on US 30? I show you the trend. The trend is pretty obvious. It's going down. The main reason for US stocks are going down is because you can see that it broke the 200-day moving average, which is widely followed by, you know, conservative hedge funds, people who are in the market for a long time. They trade the 200-day moving average. It is like, you know, reading the Bible for investors. That's because inflation is high, so the cost of these companies, the input costs and the service costs are increased. Therefore, the profitability of these companies in the stock market is going to be less and less and less. On the other hand, they have to increase wages because inflation is there. They have to match the employers' wages with inflation. And then, what else did we have? Yeah, fuel prices. Fuel prices going up. So delivering, transportation, logistics, all going to cost more. If they have elevated input cost, elevated transportation cost, elevated service cost, and, you know, the profitability is not going to be as rosy as they expected. Even the Fed is expecting a slowdown in growth in 2022. So that is why I'm expecting US 30 to come down all the way to 30,000 this year. Hopefully before the end of Q2. If you go down to lower time frame, you can see that you know, we've been shorting US 30 since about 35,000. Yes, we catch this drop, and then since that sideways movement started, and we have a consolidation, and I think, you know, traders are waiting out to see what is the communication from the US government, from the Fed. But currently the Ukrainian and Russian war is taking over everything in terms of news and events. But don't forget that we still have high inflation, and which, if you look in the economic calendar, even the smart economists, this is the smart money, not the concept you're learning. So even the smart people in central banks and economists, they are expecting further price increase, which is, you know, inflationary pressure. Now, if costs are going to go higher, price is going to go higher, this 8% is going to be 10% pretty fucking soon. And I don't know why I have women's underwear coming up as advertisement. Let's just go back.
It's probably down to your browser history.
Yeah, you don't want to look into my browser history. That's the only thing a man cleans, a browser history, nothing else.
It was a late Valentine present for his wife.
$168 viewers and 84 likes. If you enjoy the stream, if you hit the like button, if you really enjoy the stream, smash that like button and leave a comment. Where are you from? I'm curious. And the Zoom, we have 79 people. I think we having growing numbers day by day. Definitely getting some attention.
But you want to use Zoom again? But most set up last week was called from the Zoom call. I think everybody don't want to use the Zoom again.
I've heard something about the Zoom call, and actually price just reached the buy level, so okay, so I missed that drop because I was talking, so I'm going to enter into a buy. That's for the team members. I'm going to use
Yes.
Oh fuck. It's a bit wide stop loss. Okay.
Love the
Shorzy.
sound.
Yeah, people are just placing heavy lots. And someone slammed the door.
Fuck.
What's wrong? So see how the previous daily high is going to hold. That was the original buy I sent out earlier this morning, but then the price went higher, so I wanted to use the previous high as a support, which was broken through, smashed off 2 of my stop losses, and now price came back to the previous daily high. So let's see how is that going to hold. You know, remember, don't risk too much because we still have room to the downside a lot. It's only Monday, so we're just observing the markets. So Music of Your Soul says 1958 will be even better to re-enter long. I do agree with that. We'll see. But you know, sometimes, like last Friday, price didn't take my buy limit. I think it was somewhere around here. Yes. So it didn't hit my buy limit, and then it went up about 400 pips, 560 pips without my buy limit. So that was you know, a bit painful. So now I'm going to test how the previous daily high and previous daily close is holding.
Wagwan, Jamaica.
What positions do you have, Raul?
None. It's Monday.
Yeah, you don't trade on Mondays, do you?
No.
It's very smart.
Monday is to determine the market, and then we find our trades on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think sometimes on Friday, but I want to get out on Fridays normally.
Yeah, it's. I think Thursday is going to be our big day on CPI. 100%. So just to give you a more accurate price, I think it was, yeah, Music for Your Soul mentioned 1958, which is somewhere around here, but you know, price can easily come down to 1954. There's a well-known fib entry level, so be careful, because this area between 71 and 54 could be a potential buy zone.
I had on a little bit lower time frames an imbalance between 75 and 71. It's now moving in that part.
Oh, that
So
was filled, wasn't it? Already.
Nah, I have some couple of cents. A little bit room. But on the other side, it could be go more down and even more to the daily pivot.
Yeah.
But I'm doing
I
nothing,
think-
burning nothing.
Yeah, no trading is no loss. But I think because we have such an elevated bullish momentum, and you know, we passed through this trend line, created a secondary trend line, and that means we have a lot of room to fill in terms of, you know, if there's a bigger drop. Who the hell is got in naked in the YouTube stream? Who's that? iPhone. Put some shirts on.
The YouTube stream?
Yeah, someone logged in iPhone.
The Zoom, you mean?
Is it Ray? Not Rayon.
I think I was
In
quite
Zoom,
impressed.
sorry.
You can see that in the YouTube.
No, it's in the Zoom.
Yes.
Someone logged in on an iPhone. But he doesn't have a name. So let's call him the naked guy. Who are you? Because I can only see iPhone. It's okay.
Sorry.
It happened before. I think Moran.
Yeah, something like that.
And then someone was in the toilet and died into the Zoom conversation while we were on live on YouTube. KCS, hello from Germany. Wie geht's?
Wie geht's? Ja, das ist toll. Mit Anton aus Tirol.
Sprichst du
Oh,
Deutsch?
Das ist Österreich. Klein bisschen.
Can you sing some Schlager?
Mostly the dirty words.
Yeah, probably the first two things you learn in a language is how to swear and how to order beers.
2 beren braadworst.
Not me, I'm a very polite Englishman.
I'm an Englishman in New York.
Brits are usually always polite. Like, there's a saying that if you bump into someone in the UK, they're going to apologize, and it's true.
That's true.
That's very true.
I had a supplier that doesn't do so well in England, so I asked that I want have a confirmation about all the orders and the forecast, and they answered that they could do that at the moment, but they wrote they have a fantastic relationship with us, and it hopes that it continues. So I told them very polite that I'm not completely happy, and it's up to them that the fantastic relation be even more fantastic.
And keep their jobs.
Yes. I thought I quite nice. I wrote it quite nice. They were never a problem, they said. So, unfortunately for you, I can find all the history in the ERP system. That's the electronic resource planning. And I can prove you with data that's not completely true what you say.
Well, that was mean, wasn't it?
Yes, they can lie to themselves, but the data says something completely different.
Yeah, it's like when you're breaking up with someone and says, well, we can still be friends, and you know, you've been fantastic, and you know.
Yeah. Yes. But what they don't know is that Volvo have them also as a supplier. And I know from directly from Volvo that they have also problems with them. About
in the meantime,
delivery suppression. Oh, yep, it's go down anymore, even more.
No, you know, it's not our day in gold. No, you're just massaging it.
Oh.
And hit stop loss. Okay, this one is out of the question now. Now, yeah, beach gold.
Quick question: what's going on for the girls?
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Wagwan, Jamaica.
I'm doing good.
They even started.
Why is that, Thomas?
What?
Why the girls haven't started as yet?
Oh, with the MyForex Fund challenge.
Yeah.
It's because, you know, I'm in contact with MyForex Funds, and the sales guy said, don't buy any challenges yet, because they going to give away challenges, hopefully more than one. So the girls will get 100,000K, and but MyForex Fund wanted to give us 20,000, I think 4 or 5 20,000, so I can give away as a complimentary gift to community members. But I told them I need 1,000, because we're not gonna play around with, you know, 20K accounts. And he said, okay, let's see what he can do. So I'm waiting for the sales rep's answer, and even if it doesn't come back, I'm just going to purchase it, because, you know, the girls are waiting.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and if you get more accounts, more challenges from MyForex Fund, then, you know, you guys have the opportunity to do a challenge as well.
Which is right.
Mm-hmm. Is your cock in the background, Rayon?
Yeah.
Didn't you eat it already? Are you throwing it alive on the barbecue?
With the feathers on.
I don't eat cock, man.
And you don't eat cock.
Raul has a big black cock, or was it someone posted a big black cock in the...
No,
it was...
Thomas, sorry to interrupt. Can we...
Keep it nice and clean.
Can we just take a trade in 1976?
Can you take a what? Sorry, Shuba.
Buy trade? Is it audible?
Buy?
Yeah.
A buy on
1976.
Buy at 1976. Price is now at 70 or 65.
Yeah. Can we take a buy at 1976 after it goes?
But 1976 is higher than the current price level, so why would you buy high?
Now it's trying to go up, but not sure whether it'll go up or not. So for double confirmation?
Yeah, I'm debating myself, the same question, so you're not alone. But I would wait until it comes back, you know, to be, you know, 1958, 1954. It's, you know, it's dropping. Do not try to guess the dip.
Yeah, it's dropping and going up, so not sure about the direction yet.
Me neither. But let's just wait. We have a trend line right here, you know, which essentially it's worthless during high impact news. But we're just waiting and see how the technicals line up with the fundamentals. You see, we have a lot of room to the downside, currently invalidating previous daily high and previous daily close. So can it touch the previous daily open? So last Friday, it very well may be. So it's only Monday, as Raul said, you know, let the market digest the news and events happened over the weekend, and, you know, don't jump into anything. I had 2 losing positions already today, so I'm just going to watch.
Okay, Thomas.
I think you'll be extra careful if you see with the opening of the market on Monday such a strong impulse to the upside. That's for me also an alert to say watch out and see what happens. I don't like that.
MR Sir K on YouTube. I'm from the hood and about to get out of the hood, but the hood will never leave me.
We have a poet.
You serious?
We have a hoodie.
Very good.
Is that not a kind of training jacket? Woody?
Woody in the hoodie.
Woody in the hoodie. A Woody. Fibonacci Woody.
You can take the boy out from the hood, but you cannot take the hood out from the boy. I think that's what he meant.
Okay. Okay.
Gang. Gangsteritis. Okay guys, seriously. What the fish is happening on YouTube? We have 207 viewers and only 106 likes. So either you don't respect the stream, you don't like the stream, but it's sad to see that we have only 106 likes. So please, if you like the stream, hit the like. If you really like, smash the like.
Thomas, where is your button? The height button.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I purchased this high button on Amazon. Not sure if you can see it.
Yes.
You can turn this into a carnival.
Wagwan, Jamaica.
I can do anything now with this high button. Apparently in the box it says you can use it in funerals, but I doubt it would be appropriate.
Funeral. Serious. Should use that button more often.
You know, I don't want to ruin the the magic of this button, so I'm going to use it on special occasions.
Yeah.
Free views. Okay. So Divakar Kumar asking about, can you brief about my Forex fund kindly? Yeah, my Forex fund is a great opportunity for those people who have little capital but big motivation and good traders, because my Forex fund is similar to FTMO. So it's a prop firm. If you pass the challenge, you have the opportunity to get access to anything up to $200,000 funded accounts, and you can take 70 or 85% of the profits. I'm not too familiar because I'm not funded by prop firms, funded by myself, but many of the community members are funded, such as Raul, for months now on my Forex fund. So we have support videos, many people can give you advice. It's a great opportunity to sign up to my Forex funds. And we have a exclusive my Forex fund discount code, Alpha, no, that's misspelled, ALPHA. I can't even spell my own brand name. My Forex fund discount code. Oh, that's still not good. ALP, yeah, that's good.
No, yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes!
No, yeah, no, yeah.
You know, money is important, but education is importanter. So you can sign up
I
to...
agree about that.
Yeah, it's pays better interest in the long term. And it allows me to read all of these books because I've been taught how to read.
I think you missed out an X. My Forex funds.
Oh god. It's not my forehead, it's my Forex funds. Yeah. So apparently Kamara just messaged in the Zoom that Russia wants peace. Let's have a look.
They will talk in Turkey.
Can you post the link, Kamaraj, so we can read it? Because I can't scan the news while I'm streaming. It's a bit difficult.
Someone.
If Ukraine meets the terms, well,
Yeah.
I guess
Will not
so.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, what are the terms of Russia? Surrender?
For me, yeah. The two separate republics. Demilitarization.
So, Usman, you give my Forex fund account fee. You can go to the website and check it yourself. It's available for everyone to check. Just going to... So you can go to my Forex funds. You can go to here, and the prices are somewhere on the website. So you go to myforexfunds.com. You go to evaluation, and you select, you know, these are the rules you have to obey. This is going to be your Bible. and you can select up to $200,000. Usually the 100,000 is a popular one, costs $500, but it will get refunded as soon as you pass the challenge and the evaluation. If you don't have much capital, what I would advise is start with a lower package, 10k or 20k or even 50k, and build up your capital, because you get back the sign-up fee, and from any profit you can easily purchase a bigger account, and then you can merge them. So it's a wonderful opportunity to trade with. Kremlin demands Ukraine to recognize Crimea as Russian. Yeah, it's probably one of the things that everyone's expecting. I wonder if there's any other terms and conditions for or on the table for the peace talks. So Free Palestine says on YouTube, Ukraine must recognize Crimea as Russian, as well as the independence of the DPR and LPR. So that's Luhansk and Donetsk, or can't remember what was the name, as well as amend the continuation and abandon claims to join any bloc. That's nothing new. Nothing new. That was the original. That was why the war broke out, because Ukraine wanted to join NATO and become part of the EU. And that just escalated things. I think Ukrainians are tougher than that. They're not going to bend over after this misery. Absolutely not. So B is asking on YouTube, has anyone tried the accelerated account type of MyForex funds? I'm listening to you guys because you have more experience with MyForex funds. I think probably most of the people choose the evaluation one, that it appears to be the most popular among the team members. And just going back to TradingView, it looks like that the previous daily high, this area right there, is a tough one to break for gold. Just massaging, just hovering around the previous daily high. It could be using as a support level, which is good news. If it continues to do so, we might have a chance that, you know, price is gonna go higher. So Jose Armas Conde asking, hi Tomasz, what about Traders Central Company to get funded account? Thanks. I never heard about them. There are many prop firms, so you have to really make your homework and make sure you check them whether they're legit or not. My Forex fund is definitely legit because we have people in this Zoom conversation right now who get paid each month. Raul. FTMO is legit. I got paid from FTMO 2 years ago when I had a funded account. So these two, that, you know, I'm confident to say that these are legit. FTMO and my Forex funds. Oh, someone iPhone said that he is in the accelerated program with my Forex fund. So maybe you can tell us your experience on the accelerated.
Trading is all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail.
Wakey, wakey. Why is everyone so quiet today?
We are here just asking what's gonna happen.
How are you doing, Sophie? Where are you, Sophie?
What?
Where are you? Are you in Turkey or?
Freaking
Pardon? No, never mind. I thought, where are you from? Where do you live?
Yeah, I live in Turkey. I don't know why it went out. Yeah, I'm in Turkey.
Oh, okay. That's at least you have nice weather.
It's cold. Yeah.
Is it? I thought in Turkey like it's super warm.
No, it's so cold.
How cold is cold? It's like 15 degrees Celsius.
Let me check. I don't know. But there is actually snow in some places now. Yeah.
Let's have a look on US 30. Maybe we see some juicy positions that we can enter. Oh, that trend line is breaking down. Previous daily lows taken out. Previous daily close. Maybe it's going to be a resistance. GJ Euro. I think on the US 30, as soon as we have this sideways movement broken down, then we can see some, further movement to the downside. But until we move within this range, it's going to be a tough one to crack. And then gold, just waiting to see how is the previous daily high is holding up. Maybe it was just a dirty move to the downside to close out, all the buyers. But there's a lot of room to the downside, and currently talks are going on. Just going to see how the market is reacting. Remember, it's only Monday, so just wait and see. Yeah, Kamal Raj and Zoom, gold, oil, silver tanking, indices rallying, which is weird. I think, fundamentally it should be the other way around. It should be gold, oil go higher and higher, and indices should go down. So maybe just the Monday, buy the news and sell the fact. Oh, that's a nice rejection. Look at this.
I placed a minimum lot at 69.
I was in a buy as well, I have to admit. From 67. Somewhere here.
Thought you were done for the day.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
know
same
what
with
losing
all.
that's and
It
then
is the
losing.
same with all traders.
You can't
No,
resist
no,
it.
no, don't. I don't do anything with. Oops, I'm in buy. No, I'm still out.
So how is the weather today in Sweden?
It's nice. About
Good.
5-6 degrees today.
It's good. I'm happy for you.
Cold for. Cold maybe.
Let's
for
focus
Sophie.
on the positive things. Don't get, you know, locked down on the minor details about my trades.
I'm just kidding. I still some revenge time about my dinners and wine and everything.
Oh, did I tell you I'm going to the cinema today?
Yes, you told
Good.
already because
I will
your
be-
name day. Hey,
Yeah.
it proves
Yeah.
we
What's
listen
that?
also.
Yeah, but it's my name day, and no one from the group actually congratulated on my name day. No, actually, one person, maybe Christine, did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's that?
I don't see any use in a name day.
Me
Sorry,
neither.
Bas.
No.
What's a
Actually,
name?
that's another reason, another occasion to get hammered with the neighbors, with the relatives in Hungary. So you drink that moonshine called palinka, and you get absolutely hammered. You eat, you drink, you get wasted. That's the only occasion of the name day. And I haven't celebrated name day for 10 years while I lived in the UK, and I forgot about it. As soon as I moved back, people just started messaging, happy names day, happy names day. I was like, okay, thanks. And they started giving gifts, so I said, it is my name day. Let's celebrate.
I'm still clueless.
Say that again.
I'm still clueless.
What's the names day?
Yeah.
So each calendar day represents a name. Mine is Tomasz. Actually, I have 3 names day in a year, but every single day, Monday to Sunday, from January to December, it's someone's name day. It's from the official name register, or I don't know, they placed names. Some of them have biblical meaning. Sylvester is on 31st of December, and maybe other just randomly placed, I don't know.
That's quite unique as well, to have a name day for your name especially. So congratulations.
Thank
What
you very
happens
much.
if your name is not in the on the list?
You don't get one.
Oh, they bad luck.
I don't know, because recently we had some really random weird names came into, you know, you cannot just name your kid whatever you want. It has to be not traditional, but it has to be accepted by the Hungarian democracy or nation or government or whatever. So it has to be registered. And recently we had some really Western name like Brian, Brandon came into the naming kids. So I don't know, but they just put it into randomly allocating into different days. I don't know. But my name day is today, so that's the only thing that matters. Don't worry about the rest. Gold giving wide moves. I got in at 63 and got out now. Fast trade. Fast fingers, I have to admit.
Yeah, I got out as well.
It's crazy today, this drop. Oh, Singaporeans taking over the YouTube chat. And I have to say that we have Singaporeans in the group as well. In it, Michelle. And who else? Hari? Isaac?
Yes. No, Harry's Indonesia.
Ah. Francis is
We have
Singaporean as well.
Francis, Ken.
Ken Lim.
Hello. We have Philip as well, but he's not in here.
It looks like that the previous daily close is holding up on, I'm just showing you in trading view. So let's see how this level is going to hold up. Now today is quite volatile market. You see we had volatility earlier when we had these kind of drops right here, but then essentially price started to move up. And if you take notice of the price action, we should see the same kind of thing. I mean, look left, clear resistance level, previous daily high, previous daily close. So what you want to see is price on a lower time frame, M30, M15, to give the same kind of market structure, higher highs and high lows. Then you can start drawing your trend line, and that is going to be an extra confirmation that yes, price is going to move higher exactly the same way as it did before, back in the beginning of March last week. So these are the kind of things we want to see. But this rejection was good enough for me to confirm my theory or my bias that yes, price is going to continue higher. Now it doesn't mean that it's going to do so, but good chances that we have. Let's see if we have any on Raul's order block thingy. Did you see any order block at this level, Raul? There is a green order block. What does that mean?
Oh, I was talking, but mute my microphone. Yes, I have an order block in that area.
You have an order block?
But I'm only on the 5 minutes. Sometimes I like to use the smaller time frames for small scalp.
Isn't it order block on same time frames?
No.
No, you can get different time frames, Thomas.
Yeah.
Ah.
1962, Thomas, is the order block that I see.
1962. Oh, don't say that.
In what time frame?
M5.
Actually,
M5.
let me go back and you guys can direct me and introduce me to the word of order blocks. Take my virginity away.
1 hour order block at 62.
Yes.
Is it this red line?
65, 60. Between 65, 60.
Because on
Okay,
my...
that wick filled it exactly on the 1 hour.
You see that if I move from 1 hour time frame to lower time frame, these order blocks, these lines stay where they were on the 1 hour time frame.
Okay, I don't know.
So maybe I'm using a different indicator. Is it IOBP?
Oh, that one.
Oh, this fucking... Gap closed in M5, M15, but M30 too weak. One not close, quite clear. Thank you, Ray. People just messaging me about there's an order block. It's obvious. Just calculating what time should I leave for the cinema, because there's gonna be a nachos bar and pizza bar. There's gonna be those cinemas with the big leather couches.
Between seats.
Between
Below
seats. No, there's fancy theaters, fancy cinemas where you have big space and you can just lay down. You can adjust the seats so it's not that cramped. Public cinema. Apparently, the new Batman is that gay vampire kid. What's his name?
It is. I've seen it.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, the gay vampire kid. It's quite skinny Batman, I have to admit.
I saw that Uncharted the other day. That was quite good, quite enjoyable film. Just a good
Yeah, it's
action
this
film.
kind. He's a bit pale to be. Well, no, actually, he's pale enough to be Batman, but you know, he's way too pale and skinny. But it's definitely skinnier than the other Batman, who was named the Fat Man. Let's see. How is your order block going to hold? Did anyone buy at this level if you saw these order blocks?
Not today.
Amos,
Francis.
previously there is a video of your goal analysis that there is a boat that you are actually cruising along somewhere. Is that boat yours or you rented it?
Boat?
Yeah, a boat. You were driving the boat.
Yeah. No, that was a rental one.
What is the
Yeah,
price of the boat in your country for like?
Oh,
one-
it was
one day?
it was not in my country. It was down in Croatia, in God knows which sea. But I think you can rent it for a couple of €100 per hour and fuel. And you know, if you need captain, that's extra. But you know, the price is ranging depending on how big, how powerful boat you want. We did have a boat a few years ago, but it was really expensive to keep up because you have to pay for the parking, and you know.
Yeah,
just...
the boating rate. Because recently I just got my boating license.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's not an easy one, man. You need to learn the international shipping codes.
If you go, it depends. Is it a sailing license or a motorboat?
No, it's boating license. Sailing, the sailing is only lessons. It's not really a license.
Yeah, it's the same in Croatia. I went down to do my license in Croatia because they will literally just say, pay 60 euros and you can go, because they expecting that, you know, everyone in Croatia can sail. They don't even question whether you can sail, so it's much easier. But I have to...
Wow, that's cheap.
Yeah, I had to come back to Hungary to actually take some lessons, and then with those guys we went down to Croatia again, and we practiced in real sea. Because,
right.
You know...
I paid about 500 euros for my lessons and exams.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I mean, in Singapore, it's really expensive, but it's something that is something really. I mean, a lot of people learning how to do boating, because like Singapore is being trapped. No, you can't go anywhere except for if you can rent a boat, you can go out to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
One thing I can advise, there's a sailing club which I member. It is really expensive to join these sailing clubs, but the club I'm in, they provide everything. So it's like a lake sailing. It's not sea, because we don't have sea in Hungary, but they provide, you know, small sailing boats. It's like competition type sailing. It's a one-person sailing boat, and they have kite surfs, they have wakeboards, everything you need. It's really high end. It's quite expensive, but for networking, it's the perfect place to be, because, you know, mostly those people can afford and go to these kind of clubs who, not prestige, but they have achieved something. So lawyers, doctors, you know, people who have money, and it's really good for making networks and contacts. I'm not sure if you have something in Singapore.
Oh yes, we have a lot of special clubs in Singapore. $1 million clubs, boating clubs, Ferrari club, Harley Davidson club.
$1 million club. Do you have to have $1 million to join?
Usually that club, you need to at least have about $5 million. It's actually organized by a bank in Singapore. It's Bank of Singapore. You need to be you need to have 5 million to actually be in that club.
$5 million to become a member of that group.
If I have 5 million rubles, is that also allowed? Much easier.
It's SGD. Anyway, it's a lot smaller than euro.
Yeah. Wow. But does it have added value, or do they organize events and trainings and these kind of things, or just polishing each other's dick?
I mean, it's pure networking. I mean, if you have that kind of money, of course, you have a lot of different connections to any part of the business. Mm-hmm. So usually people who join that club is due to businesses. It's just like you don't learn how to play golf just because you want to hit the balls, right?
Yeah. Because my
it's the same.
My wife's well, actually I shouldn't say that. I know someone whose boss is part of a business club, ridiculously expensive, and it's upcoming entrepreneurs and company directors, company owners, but it's just so ridiculous. It's like a kids club, and all they do is, I had a look on the events they have for the year, and it's explaining, you know, these companies are too small to be big, but they're too big to be small. So somewhere in the middle, small, medium companies, and some of them are just ridiculous. The events they organize, and it's all about, you know, showing off. Oh, we just bought a new car, and there's no added value in there. It's just, you know, polishing each other's willy.
In the near future, if you ever come to Singapore, be my guest. You can really look at super sports car in any place in Singapore.
I wish. I have a friend who works at Standard Chartered. She is really, really high level managing director, partner, I think partner. And you know, I've been planning to visit her and the family for 5 years now. And when we planned the travel, then COVID hit. So it's something on my bucket list. But definitely, I will visit you.
Don't worry. When you are here, be my guest. I will bring you for a tour, a private tour, and you will have a lot of good local foods, which I know a lot of good place.
Oh, I can't wait.
Thomas, I will join you.
Yeah, we should meet.
Raoul, you are welcome.
Yeah. That is, I live in Sweden. I miss the Chinese, in our case, the Indonesian food so much.
Oh,
well, you have sweet.
If you all want to go Indonesia, I can bring you to Jakarta. I know Jakarta very well.
I mean, my grandmother comes from Java.
I mean, Java is a very nice place.
But the food in Sweden, they have Chinese food, but it's not as I know in Holland, because Indonesia was a colonial of Holland, and it's Indonesian food in the culture of Holland. That's one of the things I miss here in Sweden.
Honestly, Indonesian food, there's no descriptions to really mention about their cuisine.
No.
The only thing is their culinary. It's out of ordinary. It's really out of any kind of like Chinese food, Singapore food, Malaysian food, Taiwan food. Any Asia you go, Indonesian food are so unique. It's really unique.
Tell me if you come to Indonesia.
Yes, Kulukai.
Pahari.
Yes, I am.
Pahari. I mean,
seriously, guys,
I've never been before.
I'm so hungry right now thinking about Indonesian food. So it's mean.
Yeah.
My mouth is watering.
If you are really interested to go Indonesia, I mean, it's not very far from Singapore. It's only about 1 hour and a half for a flight.
Yeah.
Raul, on YouTube, Ian KC is really heartbroken. No, he's heartbroken for you because was not invited. Music of your sources, Thomas got more than 5 million. I have nowhere near $1 million. Absolutely not. I wish I had that. I would not look at the charts for 2 months. I guarantee that. I would move to the forest and throw away my phone and laptop if I don't have to do this every day.
If I have 5 million, then I quit for everything. I'll sit on my butt.
Yeah. I would buy a cock and a chicken.
Yes.
To join the cock club.
You have to buy some chickens also, otherwise you have no eggs.
So what can you do with a cock that doesn't have anything?
He only wakes me in the morning.
Ooh, gold is coming back to the entry level. I just took my phone out from my case and it's absolutely disgusting. It's so dirty. Dirtier than my mind.
It's difficult. I don't believe that.
I think it's dirtier than Ian Casey's mind on YouTube when he's thinking about you, Raul.
No.
You know, he's one of your biggest fan, Ian Casey.
Yes, I believe.
Hey Thomas, how are you guys?
Marwan, welcome back. How was your work?
Good, just finished.
Good. Not much happened, just stop loss hits and silly moves and waiting.
Yeah, I took the write down and then just recovered my losses on the F30 and called.
Yeah, shit day.
And Thomas, who is rubbing his phone.
No, I'm cleaning my phone because I took my phone out from my case and it's just disgusting. It's full of filth and oh god. You know, there's one. Seriously, what do you guys do when you waiting and watch the charts? Do you exercise? Do you read a book, or you just watch the chart like a hound?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Sometimes I become like a zombie, you know.
What was the longest you ever watched the chart? 8, 6, 12 hours?
Yeah, maybe 4 hours. But then you know what will happen? Psychologically, you'll get really impacted that you just want to close your trade irrespective if it's in loss or profit.
Yeah.
You reach a point you can't handle it anymore.
There's a saying, if you watch every tick, you trade like a dick.
Yeah.
It's very true. Seriously guys, stop talking about Indonesian and Asian food because I'm starving. Karin has an Indonesian restaurant in France.
Asian food.
All right, I'm going to ban you.
Well, your discussion made me just ordering a Asian food. What am I doing?
One thing I miss from London is the culinary experience. Like literally, you can order any cuisine on demand, like any time of the day. That's the biggest thing I miss from London.
Three years ago, I almost go to London for the first time, but end up London was having a severe, I think, blizzard storm for snows. So they shut down all the transportation and I have to route my flight from Italy back to Singapore.
Oh man, that's sad. I think London is one of the best tourist spots if you know where to go, which places to visit. I think it's a wonderful town. To live in London, that's a different story.
Because before heading to London, I was in Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
But
you had
Prague
some
is
people.
really awesome. Yeah, Prague is really an awesome place.
Czech girls are pretty fucking hot, and the beer is good.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy. Ako sa máš?
No,
I hope my wife is not listening to this stream. Oh, someone just placed a position.
I did.
Did you buy or sell?
Buy.
Buy what?
Gold.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Bye now.
We live on the edge, man.
So that's the. Let me just show you the chart. Yes. You're talking about this M pattern, which I just wanted to show. So it's a natural M. Beautiful natural M pattern. So that was. That's what we were waiting for. Or maybe it's going to play out because gold is not playing nice today. So just observing. So I asked the question on YouTube, what do you guys do when waiting for a setup or, you know, trading? And Raul, just looking for another trade, music for your soul, studying the chart, Dream Eater. He once watched the chart for half a day and still blew his account. Yeah, I think we can all relate to that. Praetorian. I read currently on Trading in the Zone. That's a wonderful book. I have it right here. So those of you who don't know, Trading in the Zone is a wonderful book. Highly, highly recommend it. So this is it, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's the Bible of traders. Highly recommend it. Zoom.
Thomas, I have a question. What about the US 30? Are you waiting for a retracement to the upside and then we will short?
Nah, nothing on US 30. It's breaking my heart. It's you know, this range. No, I'm bearish on the US 30, but I don't feel it, because if I go down to lower time frame, you know, it started moving sideways since 25th of February, so almost a week now. It's moving sideways. I want this to break out, and then I will be more confident. Angel, probably the best comment: set alert and walk away. Absolutely. That is the best advice. Do your thing, do your life. And yeah, that's one of the best. And someone just sent me an Indonesian restaurant in Budapest, Kolositer 5. It's in Central. Thank you so much. Looks like I have a place to go.
Hey Thomas, I have to go when I come time with my buddies, so I'm off. Have a good trading day. Join
Thank
you
you.
later.
Thank you. See you tomorrow, 8 AM, yeah? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm probably just going to clean the whole fucking room until we wait.
At the meantime, Euro pairs are just flying in the same direction.
But that's just crazy because, you know, Europe is going to be hammered because of the sanctions on Russia. Just crazy.
Yeah.
Some music for your soul. Thomas, I think your chart seems a bit lag. My side already going back up. Yes, there is a lag on YouTube and the live Zoom. So I don't know how much is the lag. Let me just try it. Yeah, I think about 10-15 seconds lag.
Can you close the gap?
Close the gap?
Yeah.
Mind the gap. Where's the gap?
With the lag I'm talking about.
Oh, can I close the lag? Sorry, I thought it's gap. Yes, probably we can reduce it to, I don't know, 5 seconds, but there's always going to be a lag, minimum 3 seconds, 5 seconds. That's because it's live stream, and because you don't really see it, but behind the scenes there's actually a lot of things going on. So I have a stream deck. It's difficult to, you know, I have a stream software. The Zoom is when going into the stream software, but I have a virtual audio cable which is linked between the Zoom and the stream and the microphone. I have a outside audio interface, so it's just a chaos. I think that's probably why we have the lag. It's quite challenging to do a proper quality live stream.
You're killing it so far, though.
What, the live stream?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think probably, you know, when we started we had like 20-30 people watching it, and recently we have usually around 200 people tuning in to the stream, and partly because of you guys, because you add something unique to this conversation, this stream, you know, personal experiences, stories, banter, laughter, even sad stories. Pascal giving the psychological advice. You know, I think that's what it makes it human, and everyone can relate to you guys. And you guys have followers on YouTube now because people are asking, where is Raul, where is Rayon, and you know, where is Pascal?
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Wagwan, Jamaica.
So thanks to you guys, that's why I think we have attention on YouTube. And my goal is, my TP is 10,000 followers by the end of June, so end of Q2. And currently we have 6,242. So every single stream gains about 30 to 50 new subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Nice.
So I think March, April, May, June is in 3 months. Do you guys think I can get 230k?
I think
course.
that
It's only going to happen if the people who are watching the YouTube stream right now smash the like button. Otherwise, it's impossible. What do you think?
I have three
Three likes.
button. Yeah, 3.
Wow.
One iPad, 2 phone.
Wow. Thank you so much. Now that is dedication. Thank you. Appreciate Dr. Hari.
Looks like as soon as you give up on US 30, it starts dropping hard.
Dropping hard. It touched the previous daily close, but you know, I ain't going to touch it. It's still ranging.
It touched the daily pivot and then melted.
Yeah.
Ah shit, I didn't put the pivots on. And also the previous daily close.
Yes, it lines up.
Well, you know, you can't have everything, can you?
But we will have everything. We will.
One day.
One day. One day. Dun, 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 dun.
Go Raul.
You wish I was on the radio. you could turn it off.
You are very entertaining, Raul. Seriously, you are very entertaining.
If I was on the radio, you can turn it off. But
Christine, question for you. If
Sure.
US 30 is dropping, what happens to gold?
It should go up a bit more, given it has a very high correlation. I am in the long. I was shorting a little bit just now, but then I flipped too long. So yes, we are in the same sign.
I like to be on your side because you place in 50, 100. You know, I'm scared when Christine is coming on. I'm like, shit, she's going to place 100 lot again. No way. Because when Christine joined the team, we didn't know how big well she is, professional financier, placing, you know, heavy 50 lot positions. I was like, when I saw the positions, I started sweating like, oh my god, if someone gets the motivation from you and start placing, you know, bigger than should lot sizes, that it's going to not end good.
I don't share anything anymore.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that anymore.
No, don't get me wrong. It wasn't against you. Just I know that some people, they cannot manage even a small account, but sometimes they use the small account as it was $1 million, and you know, leverage is a great thing if you can know how to use it. Otherwise, it's just a weapon of mass destruction.
That's very true. That I do agree. But seriously, I don't really like hop on 100 lots every single day. I would say more like my
only on
average
Tuesdays.
is. Well, no, like I mean that time, like that a few hundred lots, just because the setup was just really good and it was in a very wide range. That's why it was worth it. But like when I first started trading that range, I wasn't going for 100. I was mostly just doing like 20 and like 30 lots. That's about all I did. But then for the last, I think 2 or 3 trades, that's what I did with the 100 lots, because I feel like, okay, it's not breaking certain levels, it has a very strong rebound, and then so that's why I hit 100 lots for a few times. But afterwards, I didn't do it because there were like every time, if I mean, for you to go in 100 lots, sometimes your stop has to be very, very tight. So I don't really hit those. Like if I'm hitting 20, 30 lots, then I can have like, I don't know, $5, $6 stop, and that would be completely fine. But lately, because of the volatility, if you look at if you put the indicator, the ATR on gold on the hourly chart, it used to be around like $2 to $3. Recently, it has been around like $7 to $8. So I know
that's
certain
the risk
people
premium.
Yes, it's called the actual true range. So I
average.
know certain people use that as like a stop
loss.
The amount of stop loss they use. So it means like recently you have, if you put in a level or an entry, you like some people have to do like literally $7 or $8 stop loss. So that's why recently I haven't been really pulling those kind of sizes. I actually scaled down a little bit. So, but still, I would say 20 is more my usual size. But that's why I don't really post anything anymore. I mean, when I posted those, I wasn't meant for posting. Like I would literally cut out the P&L next time and just show the entry. I meant for people to really look at the entry and not so much as if like, I mean, I think someone actually noticed, was saying like, oh, like you hit the range with like $4 or $5. Like that's the thing that I was trying to show. I wasn't really trying to show like, oh, the P&L of hitting like how many lots, because I think lot sizes is just relative to your account size.
Yeah, but you're smart woman, and you have responsibility to others. I mean, those traders who trade with bigger accounts and consistently profitable, they have a responsibility to others, because you know other people are less fortunate, they struggling, and that's the one thing I've learned of posting profits and losses is responsibility. Be sensible, and yeah,
that's why I stopped posting those from now on.
But the problem is that, you know, if people are really short-sighted of money and they see like, 2 lots, now it's going up £1,300, but the problem is that they don't realize that 2 lots on my account is literally less than 0.5% risk. Because they just want to see money, and that's the sad reality. Lamborghinis, Airbnbs rented out. Seriously, if you watch every Forex guru on YouTube with those mansions, you don't see any personal belongings in the house, because they just do the tour that they purchased the Airbnb. But it's bullshit. They purchased the mansion, but the bullshit because they just renting an Airbnb.
I was never really impressed by those because of the people that I deal with. Then seriously, like they talk about buying a car. The people, like there are certain people that I deal with, they talk about buying an entire residential building. So it's on a different level. So I was never really impressed by those cars and all this stuff. And hey,
yeah,
seriously.
Because they can buy a whole building.
Yeah. I mean,
are you in corporate finance or banking?
Banking. So people, like, they open an account, they don't put in money to open I mean, basically people trade FX, they trade in a credit line. They will put up a building or certain real estate stuff and like just use it as a collateral and
collateral,
like just, yeah, and then they just give me the credit line and then just do whatever. And so it's in a different level.
Just one question quickly, because I used to work in treasury and we had you mentioned the corporate credit line. Is it something that can withdrawn at your company? So it can be used as collateral, but it cannot be withdrawn, right?
Of course you can. It depends on it basically depends on how much money you have. Like let's say you put up a building, right? But you only want like let's say a 3 or 5 mil US dollars credit line, but your building definitely worth a lot more, right? Then you can take out money. Like there is a proportion you can take it out. You want to do it.
We had this
as
argument.
As something else. Then
yeah, we had this argument with my colleagues for probably 2 years, and it was a rule at our bank. Our bank was really conservative, but the credit line was a no-go. So credit line was only for trading, but mainly for hedging. So they couldn't even take a speculative position. So every time I asked, like, guys, is it for speculation? No, only hedging. But everyone knew they gambling on the market. But then someone tried to withdraw. But anyway, so I just wanted to ask as a confirmation, because at our bank it was not withdrawable, but in other banks I've heard that yes, some people do withdraw.
It is. Also, it depends on which department as well. You could be on the lower level of private wealth, but you can be on the ultra high net worth private wealth. Then
you had private clients.
So let's say if you're on corporate, right? There are people actually have both corporate and personal, like private wealth, and then they want to, let's say they want to do like a portfolio. Then they would just say, okay, let me just give you like 250 million, just build me up like a FX basket.
Yeah.
And then I want to share it in maybe 80% in the corporate portfolio and then 20% in the personal. So it really depends on like what I want.
Yeah, because I had only institutional clients, but in terms of subsidiaries, so because I was dealing with, we were the head office and we had subsidiaries, banks in 14 different countries, and I was specifically assigned to treasuries. So I was a treasury risk manager. I was looking after
risk.
Yeah. So I was, well, it wasn't actually that kind of, so I was looking after mainly market risk. There's loads of calculations and finance, but on the other hand, I was looking after the sales risk, which is something new that no other bank did, because they moved moved risk from trading to sales, because obviously, sales is less risky because, the traders go after the market. The client comes in, speaks to the sales desk, the trader goes out to the market, hedges the position straight away, so there's no counterparty risk, right? But it turns out it was bloody risky, because we lost about 3 billion. How much? So shitloads of money. From the
sales desk or from the trading desk?
There was a fraud, and it turned out that but anyway, I can't really share details, but there was a massive loss. So that's when they had to say, well, actually sales isn't as safe as we thought. So I had to risk manage the whole sales process, and it turns out that there was about 7 different departments involved in sales, whereas in trading there's only, you know, the trader risk, the market risk.
But that's very true. I highly agree on this, because there was actually an exercise in Hong Kong where it wasn't even done to the, I think it was done to the corporate side of the structure of FX options that was being sold to those companies. And there was an exercise where they actually hire like ex-traders, or like basically you have to be a sales trader or ex-trader, and then you have to go through like literary tapes and those compliance documents, all this and stuff, because apparently some cases was debatable whether it was really suitable for the company, because the company will be carrying one books and then show it to different banks, and then they will be doing like, they all say they're doing hedging using these kind of structure options. But however, some people actually do it as a speculative use. So there was a whole exercise of doing that. So after all, it was they start investigating on the sales side, not so much on the trading side, because the trader really like take the order, execute it, do the delta hedge, the gamma hedge, or whatever. But the salespeople are the people that actually go out to the client and say that, oh, according to your books, you need so much structure options to hedge your future exposure, all this and that. And then it was quite an exercise in Hong Kong, but I'm not sure if it's done in other parts of the world, but it was asked by the regulator in Hong Kong to actually go through all of this.
We did, because we found that the human side was the most riskiest, because the sales guys were actually colluding with the clients, and they said there was in the contract, even in the ISD, in the ISDA contract, there was an issue. Is a misinterpretation of the ISDA contract, because we used a ISDA or ISDA annex, because you can annex everything. So there was it turns out that the clients had only contracts for FX swaps or FX options, FX swaps or futures or forwards, but then
they can't do options.
No, they can't. And the problem is that they started giving out of the range products, and when the shit hit the fans on the market back in 2000 and God knows when, and the bank wanted their money, so they said, okay, we're just going to block the collateral because there were so many margin calls. They wanted to block the collateral, and it turns out there was no collateral at all, because the sales desk, one of the sales guys, colluded with the client and said, listen, just go into the branch and just take out your money, place it in for 1 day, show the receipt. And on the court, the judge says, well, the client doesn't have contract to do these deals, but you made these deals with the client, so it's your fault, so you're not going to get your money back. And that's when I came into the place and I oversaw everything like shit.
Yeah, I mean, you need salespeople to drive the business. At the same time, you really need to have those people that actually have integrity to not just to the clients, but also to the firm as well. So there's always a grayish area of how much loyalty the salesperson has towards the firm, towards the bank account, and towards the client.
None. I'd say none. Anyway, let's switch to a lighter topic, because although I find it really interesting that finally share experience from work with someone, but maybe I think we lost about 30 viewers on YouTube.
Well, goal is pumping up. We're on the right side. Well, I'm on the right side with you, so yay.
That was cool, Christine and Thomas. Thanks for sharing that. That's very interesting stuff. You don't hear that kind of thing every day. That was cool. Thanks.
Oh mate, if you want a good reading, I can recommend you Collateral Management.
Okay.
To mitigate counterparty risk. Yeah, it's going to be a good night reading of 700 pages of pure dry how to mitigate counterparty risk. It's...
Do you mean to read that, or just to cure insomnia, or should I actually read it?
Mate, I wanted to split my wrists after I read 10 pages of this.
All right, I'll have a gander maybe. I don't know.
I remember when MiFID 2 came in. That wasn't fun. When we had to adjust the bank and everything. Oh, MiFID 2 is coming, and no one knew that. Okay, what is MiFID 2? So we had to go through a lot of the thing that the ECB sent us. It was not fun.
Quiet, the sound of silence.
Yeah, I think Christine knows what's the MiFID 2, but it was kind of like after MiFID 1. So it's like a regulation to the banking industry or finance, and it was mainly to protect the consumers, the customers, about, you know, mis-selling products, etc. But also there was a lot of regulation internally to the bank, that what we can do and cannot do, and so we had to check everything, all the you know, internal regulations and rules to make sure that we are MiFID compliant. You know, recording telephone conversation, what the private broker can say to a client, where can they say it, how to store conversations, and, you know, all kind of things.
I mean, I would say like the phone recording and all this, like if you do a deal, they need to send you like a paper confirmation, a PDF file. It actually not just like in terms of protecting the client, it actually like protects the desk as well, because you really, I mean, after all, phone conversations like easily, like if you go to court, it's easily done. Like, oh, it's a he said she said thing, and then people forget about things. But like if you have good tape recording, then it just makes things a lot clearer.
Yeah, but when I had an interesting task of merging and acquiring the new banks in, because the bank I used to work, we bought the XAUUSD. We bought some banks in Eastern Europe, but then they said, okay, if you want these banks, you have to buy others in Moldova, Albania, Serbia, and these were like a less prestige banks. And when I had to go out to acquire these banks, I had to risk manage the treasury. It was difficult to tell the guys that, actually, guys, you need to start recording the phone conversations, because they were dealing with customers on Viber and WhatsApp and text messages on private phone numbers. And they said they didn't understand, like, why should we? As like, you know. So in the morning, the customer calls in, I want to do FX swap or, you know, currency conversion. And they ask, how much do you need? And there was no collateral. The trader went out to the market without having any proof that the customer really wants it. And then 3 hours later, the guy called back absolutely hammered. Can you cancel it? I don't need it anymore. It was a chaos. It's like the Wild West.
Oh, that's crazy.
Crazy? That's stupid.
No, that's how they do business, because that's, you know, they trust each other. But they said, well, the things that you mention in your risk regulation never happened here. I was like, yes, we thought it's never going to happen. And the bank lost about 3 billion Hungarian forint because, you know, human error and fraud. And just because they're behind 10 years to the European markets and they never had these issues, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I think Ukraine was one of the toughest to deal with. They are really, really stubborn, as you can see from the news.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna call it today, because I am going to the cinema to watch Batman. I'm going to have a nice dinner. So I wish everyone a good trading day. Do not risk anything more than 2 to 3%. Just to recap, what we were watching and what we were waiting is to see how is this price level is holding up, which is the previous daily high. You can see on the chart PDH, PDC. It's not a sexual disease. It's called previous daily high, previous daily close. And just watching how price is holding up, because you know, price tapped into this zone and I'm expecting to clear the previous high and then go higher and higher. So I wish you a good trading day. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
See you, Thomas. See you guys. Bye.
Hi to Batman.
Bye.
Thank you.
People in YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in today to the live trading, live conversation. It wasn't an exciting day, but at least we made some profit after 2 stop loss hits in the morning. We're going to have another live stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. 100% sure. You can watch, sign up to my YouTube channel, or join the Telegram and Discord under the video in the description below. If you want a notification, enable it. When I go live, you can join straight away. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. This is the Alpha Facts.
Trading is all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.